Are you over 60 and experiencing frequent urges to pee, a weak stream, or restless nights due to bathroom trips? What if I told you these aren't just signs of aging, but red flags from your prostate, silently enlarging due to habits you might be doing every single day? This isn't just about discomfort, it's about a critical aspect of your health that many men overlook until it's too late. As a doctor, I've witnessed firsthand how a few simple changes can transform the lives of men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, helping them reclaim pain-free, healthy lives. They've discovered that true well-being in later years often boils down to addressing seemingly minor daily routines. Conversely, I've seen others suffer needlessly, trapped in a cycle of worsening symptoms and declining quality of life, simply by ignoring these critical warnings. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about empowering you with the knowledge to protect your most vital health. It's about giving you the roadmap to understanding your body better and making choices that genuinely support your longevity and comfort. In this crucial video, we'll expose 10 everyday habits that are secretly contributing to prostate enlargement. And the number one habit? It's the most dangerous of all, often overlooked despite its profound impact. By the end, you'll have the practical tools and actionable steps to naturally and safely stop prostate growth, improving your quality of life dramatically. Watch this video until the end and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let's count down the 10 habits that may be enlarging your prostate right now without you even knowing it. The 10 habits silently enlarging your prostate. Habit 10. Ignoring thirst and staying dehydrated. Many seniors, often to avoid the inconvenience of frequent bathroom trips, especially at night, consciously or unconsciously reduce their fluid intake. However, this seemingly simple solution creates a significant problem for your prostate. When you don't drink enough water, your urine becomes highly concentrated. This concentrated urine acts as an irritant to the lining of your bladder. Since the prostate sits directly below the bladder, any stress or irritation to the bladder can exert pressure and cause irritation to the prostate gland itself. Over time, chronic dehydration leads to systemic inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is one of the most significant, yet often overlooked, contributors to prostate enlargement. Furthermore, many seniors take medications that can cause dehydration as a side effect, exacerbating the issue if they're not actively increasing their water intake. A dehydrated body also struggles to efficiently flush out toxins, putting additional strain on the entire urinary tract, leading to a slow but steady accumulation of damage that manifests as an enlarged prostate and bothersome urinary symptoms over the years. Habit 9. Sitting for long hours without movement. You might love your comfortable recliner, your desk chair, or simply spending hours reading, but prolonged sitting, especially without breaks, can be silently harming your prostate. When you sit for long hours, you're putting constant sustained pressure on your pelvic area. This pressure significantly reduces blood flow to your lower body, including the crucial blood supply to your prostate gland. Over time, this poor circulation deprives your prostate of essential nutrients and oxygen while allowing inflammatory byproducts to accumulate. The result is chronic inflammation, which is a major contributor to prostate enlargement. Seniors who spend excessive time sitting, whether watching TV, working at a computer, or engaging in sedentary hobbies, are at a higher risk of developing urinary and prostate issues. Furthermore, prolonged inactivity can cause your pelvic floor muscles to weaken. These muscles play a vital role in bladder control and complete bladder emptying. When they're weak, it becomes harder to fully empty your bladder, leaving behind residual urine. This stagnant urine can further irritate the prostate and create an environment ripe for bacterial growth, contributing to both inflammation and potential infections. Habit 8. Drinking too much caffeine. Many seniors enjoy their morning coffee ritual, a comforting cup of tea in the afternoon, or even a refreshing soda. However, consuming too much caffeine throughout the day can significantly irritate your prostate and bladder. Caffeine is a known diuretic, meaning it increases urine production, forcing your bladder to work harder and fill more frequently. This alone can lead to increased urgency and the need for more frequent bathroom trips. But caffeine's impact doesn't stop there. It also has a stimulatory effect that can cause the muscles around the bladder to contract more frequently and strongly, leading to feelings of urgency and even leakage. For someone with a sensitive or already enlarged prostate, this added pressure and increased bladder activity present a significant problem. Moreover, caffeine can cause the muscles in the neck of the bladder to tighten. This tightening makes it more difficult to fully empty your bladder, leaving behind residual urine. This stagnant urine further irritates the bladder and prostate, creating more inflammation, increasing bathroom visits, and causing greater overall discomfort. Habit 7. Eating spicy and processed foods daily. Many older adults appreciate flavorful food, but a diet consistently high in spicy and heavily processed foods can quietly yet powerfully irritate your prostate. Spicy ingredients like chili peppers, black pepper, and hot sauces contain compounds that can increase inflammation throughout your body, including within the delicate tissues of your prostate gland. While an occasional spicy meal is usually not dangerous, eating them regularly can lead to chronic irritation, especially if your prostate is already inflamed or enlarged. Processed foods, on the other hand, are a different kind of culprit. They are typically laden with artificial preservatives, artificial flavors, excessive sodium, unhealthy trans fats, and refined sugars. These ingredients do not support your health. Instead, they silently damage it on a cellular level. High salt intake, for instance, leads to increased water retention, putting extra pressure on your entire urinary system. Foods like chips, canned meats, ready-made frozen dinners, and fast food can also disrupt hormonal balance, particularly impacting testosterone and estrogen, which directly influence prostate health and size. Over time, a diet dominated by these inflammatory and nutrient-poor foods leads to increased systemic inflammation, unhealthy weight gain, and hormonal imbalances, all significant risk factors for prostate enlargement. Habit 6. Holding your urine for too long. We've all done it, held in our pee because we're too busy, stuck in traffic, or simply too far from a restroom. However, making this a regular habit can silently and significantly damage your prostate. When you hold urine in your bladder for extended periods, it forces your bladder to stretch excessively and strain. This immense, sustained pressure pushes down directly on the prostate, which, as we've discussed, sits right below the bladder. Over time, this constant pressure and stretching create irritation and swelling within the sensitive prostate tissue. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to this habit because the muscles controlling both the bladder and the prostate naturally weaken with age. Holding your urine can also lead to incomplete bladder emptying even when you do finally go. This leaves behind residual stagnant urine, which creates a perfect environment for bacteria to multiply, leading to urinary tract infections, UTIs, and further inflammation. These infections can then further irritate the prostate and may even contribute to the enlargement of the gland itself. Not to mention, the discomfort and stress of holding urine can severely affect your sleep quality and overall mood. Habit 5. Smoking or inhaling secondhand smoke. Smoking is unequivocally one of the worst habits for your prostate, and even consistent exposure to secondhand smoke is profoundly harmful. The thousands of toxic chemicals found in cigarettes and inhaled smoke directly damage your body systems. These chemicals significantly reduce blood flow throughout your body, including to the prostate, depriving it of vital oxygen and nutrients. They also trigger widespread inflammation and damage delicate tissues on a cellular level. Smoking dramatically increases oxidative stress, a process where harmful free radicals overwhelm your body's ability to repair itself, leading to cellular damage. Over time, this chronic exposure and damage can lead to severe prostate inflammation, contribute to its enlargement, and significantly elevate your risk of prostate cancer. For seniors, the accumulated damage from years of smoking or exposure adds up much faster, with a more pronounced negative impact. Smoking also depletes your body's levels of essential antioxidants, further weakening your natural defense mechanisms against prostate-related issues. Even if you quit smoking years ago, regularly being around smokers can still affect you due to persistent exposure to harmful airborne particles. Habit 4. Skipping regular health screenings. Many men, particularly as they age, adopt a reactive approach to their health. They only visit the doctor when something feels overtly wrong or painful. However, this is a dangerous strategy, especially after the age of 60, when age-related changes become more common. The prostate can enlarge silently, without any obvious symptoms in its early stages. By the time noticeable symptoms like frequent urination or a weak stream appear, the problem might be more advanced. Regular health screenings are crucial because they help detect problems early, often before they turn serious or become more difficult to manage. A simple checkup can reveal subtle signs of inflammation, hidden infections, or early growths that might not be causing any pain or discomfort yet. For example, a digital rectal exam, DRE, and a PSA, prostate-specific antigen blood test are non-invasive, quick, and can often be life-saving diagnostic tools. Skipping these routine checks means missing your best chance to take early action. Some men feel uncomfortable discussing urinary issues or prostate concerns, But the sooner you speak up and engage with your doctor, the more options you'll have to manage and treat any potential problem, often naturally, through lifestyle changes. Delaying screenings can allow minor issues to grow into more severe complications like acute urinary retention, inability to urinate at all, or serious prostate infections. Habit 3. Eating too much red meat. Red meat might be a beloved staple in many diets, but consistently eating it daily could silently contribute to prostate enlargement. Numerous studies have shown a strong link between a high intake of red meat, especially processed meats like bacon, sausages, and deli cuts, and increased systemic inflammation throughout the body, including within the prostate gland. The saturated fats abundant in red meat, along with the various chemicals and nitrates used in meat processing, are major contributors to this inflammatory response. They can also subtly disrupt your hormonal balance and significantly raise levels of oxidative stress, both of which inflame and damage the prostate. In older adults, digestion naturally slows down, and red meat, being denser and more difficult to break down, takes longer to process. This sluggish digestion adds to the overall burden on your system, potentially leading to increased inflammation, weight gain, and added pressure around the pelvic area. Habit 2. Carrying too much belly fat. As you age, excess weight, particularly concentrated around your belly, visceral fat, isn't just about appearance, it's a major warning sign for impending prostate trouble. Belly fat is metabolically active tissue that actively produces inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. These inflammatory chemicals circulate throughout your entire body, including directly impacting your prostate gland. This constant, low-grade systemic inflammation consistently irritates the prostate, significantly contributing to its growth and increasing your risk of bothersome urinary problems. Studies consistently show that men with larger waistlines are far more likely to experience an enlarged prostate, suffer from frequent nighttime urination, nocturia, and even face challenges with erectile function. Furthermore, carrying extra abdominal fat throws off your delicate hormone balance, particularly impacting the critical interplay between testosterone and estrogen, both of which directly influence prostate size and health. Excess abdominal fat physically pushes against your bladder and other pelvic organs, worsening the pressure on your prostate. Habit 1. Not managing chronic stress. This is the habit that most seniors ignore, yet it is arguably the most dangerous and insidious contributor to prostate problems. Chronic stress is a silent, pervasive inflamer of the prostate. When you are constantly anxious, tense, worried, or feeling overwhelmed, your body remains in a perpetual fight or flight state. In this state, it continuously releases powerful stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, these elevated stress hormones cause widespread inflammation throughout your body, lead to increased muscle tension, especially in the pelvic region, and create significant hormonal imbalances that directly and negatively affect your prostate. Stress tightens your pelvic floor muscles, which can restrict vital blood flow to the prostate and irritate the nerves surrounding it, contributing to pain and discomfort. It also significantly reduces immune function, making it harder for your body to fight off inflammation or infection within the prostate gland. Seniors often carry a heavy burden of stress quietly: financial concerns, family issues, health worries, loneliness, and societal pressures, and this constant internal pressure adds up profoundly. The result is often more frequent urination, pelvic pain, increased urgency, and a visibly swollen or inflamed prostate. Now that you have a deeper understanding of the top 10 habits that silently enlarge your prostate, the ultimate question remains: what will you do next? These aren't minor suggestions. They are powerful, actionable steps that can prevent months, even years, of debilitating discomfort, disruptive sleepless nights, and the potential need for unnecessary medications or even surgeries. If you're over 60, the time to take decisive action is now. Don't wait for your symptoms to worsen to the point where they severely impact your quality of life. Start by committing to changing just one habit this week. Make a conscious effort to drink more water. Take a short, gentle walk a little more often. Politely say no to that extra slice of bacon or that second cup of coffee. Every small, consistent action counts and builds momentum. Thank you for watching, and please, if this video has brought you valuable insights or helped you understand your health better, share it with your friends, brothers, fathers, or anyone over 60 who needs this vital information. You are not alone in this journey. And with the right information and a proactive mindset, you are absolutely never too old to start healing and experiencing a better quality of life.